Man, these dudes in Chicago wild. They rappers ain't just making up stories for clout, they out here for real, really about that life. So here's some Chicago drill lyrics that really went down. 800 Lil Twin, a go. Curry died, they still ain't get back. A trade, we was taking that. 800 Lil Twin is a rapper from the 800 Young Money set of the Mickey Cobras. They hood is around the area of 61st and Cottage Grove. 800 mainly beats with sets like Murder Town 039, Bando Boys, and TW. The most famous rappers from 800 are Boss Smooth and his little bro, 800 Twin. In this bar, 800 Twin is talking about the murder of a dude named Curry-O, aka Curry, or 30, who was a GD from Murder Town 039. Murder Town's block is around 39th and Wentworth Gardens. Before he got popped, Curry was one of Murder Town's top shooters, so his death was a major L for 800. On January 2nd, 2020, Curry was found dead on the 800 block of Drexel Ave. The streets say he got knocked over a gun sale gone wrong with a dude from 800. Curry ended up getting murked, and ever since then, 800 and Murder Town been beefing. So in this bar, 800 Lil Twin takes shots at Murder Town, dissing him for not sliding after Curry was killed. Then Boss Smooth also takes shots at Curry on the track How I'm Coming, featuring Lil Twin, where he raps, "It's supposed to have been a trade for trade. He acting weird, trying to play, he fuck around, and he got played." So how 800 is telling it, they were supposed to be trading burners, but Curry was acting funny. This must have spooked whoever he was dealing with, and he ended up getting popped. Now all this is just street gossip, but that will make a lot of sense. And then Murder Town eventually got they get back for Curry's death a few months later when they caught Boss Smooth lacking at the gas station. Wait till you hear this. Lil Sko, Big 30. Smooth tried to get gas. He got hit at the pump. Lil Sko is a rapper, also from Murder Town 039. Curry was Lil Sko's right-hand man, and after he died, he showed a lot of love to his boy on social media. Boss Smooth was on his way back to the crib after leaving his brother 800 Twin's video shoot when he stopped to get gas. While Smooth was pumping gas, a car drove by and just started dumping shots, hitting him in the head and taking him out. Boss Smooth's death was a big loss for 800. He was their most respected rapper and the heart of their hood. They don't know who killed Boss Smooth, but they had active beefs with other gangs around their hood, and you know how it go, being the most famous dude from the set put a target on his head. But there's been talk that he was smoked by Murder Town as give back for dissing Curry-O. Another member of 800 who they call Franco got knocked down just a month before, and many people think his death was payback too. But this man Curry-O was a respected shooter from Murder Town, so to really get revenge, they had to off a top member like Boss Smooth. But check, 800 ain't the only set from Young Money to get dissed. This next rapper sent shots at 051 after a member named Kimion was crying on live when his big homie 051 Melly got killed. Main Jane, featuring Trello, 30 dead ops. When they ass die, they jump on live. "I need a hug, brother, I'm sorry." Main Jane is another rapper from Murder Town. Murder Town don't just beef for 800 Young Money, they beef for 051 Young Money too. So in this bar, Main is taking shots at a dude from 051 named Kimion after he saw him crying on Facebook Live. In September 2019, 051 Melly, one of 051's top hitters, was killed at a house party thrown by some dudes from Charles City. Now, for all y'all that don't know, this man 051 Melly was a Chirac legend. He was allegedly responsible for some major hits. Just to name a couple, both the murders of Lil Durk's manager Chino and also his cousin Newski. So 051 Melly was respected all over the city, but he also had a lot of enemies too. He got a little too comfy and got killed at the house party by a dude from Taekwon World named 007 Nate. Melly allegedly shot up his crib while his baby mama and newborn baby were there. So when Nate saw him at the party that night, it was on site, and he knocked off one of the most savage shooters in Chicago history. But look, if you want to know more about this man Melly, tap in with our previous video, 051 Melly, Chirac's Deadliest. We cover everything you should know. So yeah, Kimion was from 051, and Melly was his big homie and taught him how to move in the streets, so they was pretty close. And after Kimion found out that Melly got killed, he went on Facebook Live and got a little too emotional. At first, you hear him threatening the ops, but then he fully breaks down in tears, and it's all bad from there. Now, okay, look, I get it. Crying after someone close to you dies, that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. But where Kimion messed up was by doing it all on live. And in the streets of Chicago, any sign of weakness can and will be used against you. And that's exactly how it went, because right after it happened, Mimo600 reposted the video with the caption, "Wipe your eyes, it's a cold world." Then Main Jane dissed him on the track, 30 Dead Ops, where he got at Kimion saying that he needed a hug while tearing up on live. But Kimion ain't the only person Mimo600 dissed. He also threw shots at FBG, making fun of the death of FBG Brick, Duck's older brother. King Von and Mimo 600 exposing me. Chasing down like Ricky, shoot your back. Mimo 600 is a BD rapper from 600 who grew up with King Von and Lil Durk and is also affiliated with OTF. He's best known for the track Exposing Me, where he raps with King Von and takes shots at rappers from FBG like Duck and Wooski. In this bar, Mimo takes shots at FBG Brick, who was gunned down in 2017. On July 17, 2017, Brick and his cousin Kobe was posted up on their block when two cars pulled up. Supposedly, Kobe went up to the car and they just started busting. When Brick saw his cousin get shot, he ran off and the three gunmen hopped out, chased him down the alley, and popped him in the back while he was running away. So in the song, Mimo's talking about a scene from the movie Boys in the Hood, when Ricky gets shot in the back while running down the alley trying to escape his killers. He's saying that Brick went out just like Ricky. There is rumors that Mimo and other members of O Block and 600 had something to do with Brick's death. But hey, that ain't been confirmed, and they was never arrested for the murder. Brick and Kobe both died after getting shot. Brick was FBG Duck's brother and Kobe's cousin, so he got hit with two major losses on the same day. Them dying was one thing, but on top of that, there was rival rappers who kept dissing them in songs, and it just continued to heat up the war even more. On the same track, Von also sent shots at FBG Wooski, rapping, "Goofy got shot right in his top, his brother told on me." So now in this bar, he's talking about the fact that Wooski got shot in the head outside the funeral of Dooski the Man. He's also sending shots at Wooski's brother Big Mike, who was about to snitch on Von and testify in the murder trial of Malcolm Stuckey, but changed his mind at the last minute. Plus, Von also throws a few shots at Tuka and Lil Mark. FBG Duck ends up responding with an Exposing Me remix, along with Ruga, another GD rapper. On the track, Duck takes several shots at dead members of 600 and O Block, like T-Roy and Waldo. But hold up, cause Von ain't the only one who dissed FBG Wooski. 800 Lil Twin also took shots at him with some bars from this next track. 800 Lil Twin, OK remix. Wooski headshot, that wasn't enough. They still ain't tried to get back at us. In this bar, 800 Twin is dissing STL and taking credit for the hit at Dooski the Man's funeral. Dooski was killed in October 2018, and it was allegedly the work of 600 or O Block. Then, just a day later, a 600 member named Waldo was killed after dissing Dooski online. Dooski was a GD from MOB who was allied with STL and at war with 600 and O Block. He was good with Wooski and some other members from FBG, and they even got on some tracks together. So this how it went down. Wooski and some other GDs were at his funeral on October 23rd, 2018. Right after the service, Wooski went out front for a cigarette when a car drove by and started busting off. Wooski got shot in the head, but somehow he survived. 5 other people who was leaving the funeral also got hit. Man, it's wild. Wooski made a crazy comeback, but he had to learn how to walk and talk again, and he's still recovering to this day. And not much has been said about who the shooter was. Some say it was O Block, others say it was 800. They both rapped about it in songs and made it seem like they were the ones who did it. Both have beef with STL EBT, plus Wooski was one of their top hitters. So a lot of people in the city would have really wanted to take credit for the hit. It don't really make sense for them to have done it together, cause they from completely different gangs, they don't really with each other. But you know, anything is possible, especially when y'all got the same ops. Now look, if you thought that was wild, this next rapper from 051 is someone from THF who was killed by his own homie. Drilla and YMN Woo, Beatbox remix. Since Gino died, that backdoor shit ain't funny now. But it's free die, cause he still needs to get gunned down. Drilla is another rapper from 051 Young Money. Aside from O Block and 600, 051 Young Money also beats with another set called Trigger Happy Family or THF 46, a gang made up of BDs and Mickey Cobras. In this bar, Drilla's dissing a dude named Gino from THF who was killed in early 2021. On January 27th, Gino was found dead in the elevator of some apartments on 35th and Cottage Grove. The streets say Gino was killed by a member of his own gang, a man they called Dada, who was a high-ranking member of THF. Police say around 3:25 p.m., someone in the apartments ran up on Gino and shot him multiple times. He was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center where he died from his injuries. Demetrius Johnson, aka THF Dada, was later arrested for the murder. According to the state's attorney, Dada's mama said she was the one who called the police because her son had a gun and was wilding out at the crib. Supposedly, she was the one who called Gino because him and Dada was close homies. She thought he'd be able to calm him down and get the situation under control, so he showed up at the apartment to help out. But turns out, Dada's mama was wrong, because at some point, Dada got heated and shot Gino 10 times. Surveillance footage from the apartments showed Dada in the lobby with the gun right before the shooting and then with the gun in the stairwell right after the shooting. It also showed this man running out the back after the police got there. When they showed up, they found Gino dead in the elevator. A security guard said he saw Dada run out of the apartments with a gun in his hoodie, and his hands tested positive for gunpowder. His mama also told police that he was hearing voices, so this dude was really going through it. He was already facing a pending gun case and was also wearing an ankle monitor at the time of his arrest. So in the bar, drillers getting at THF for backdooring their own people. THF Bezu and other members of THF said they was embarrassed by the whole situation. But man, either way, that ain't gonna stop they ops from using it against them.